Well. Brothers and sisters, back again, the reluctant Nabi. Showing you the further decline of the so-called Afro community. And it is in decline anytime any community has asked protection their women in charge of protecting them. Especially a woman that seeks nothing but attention. All right? But man, how this is backfiring on the same people that this woman thought she was. All right, let me say this. A lot of these women, they go get these degrees in criminal justice, partnering up with a system that allows them to excel at the expense of the community and the Afro man. All right, and we're like, you love the system so much. All right, fine, be in it. But we're skating. We look at how these communities that's led by these women are an abysmal failure. We're talking about the single mom. We're talking about everything. We're talking about women that don't realize that stuff is out of order and don't care. Because the people that's really in charge are lifting them over the man to do the duties of the man. And part of this is these women think they are the man. They really do. All right. And well, what happens when you're a woman that think you are the man, and that's accepted because you have raised a group of men to be weak, spineless jellyfish and not stand up for manhood, and to think that it's okay to have the woman as the protector of the home and of the man. How out of order is that? Well, you better be really, 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 really good at your job to take that role, to take the role of a male from a male. But in a lot of these things, a lot of these jobs where it's built upon protection, it is a political thing. And it's worse yet when you're dealing with the Afro community, the black community. It's worse yet because there's an agenda. And usually when you see a lot of people that turn out to be incompetent, you look at how they got there, it was agenda driven and not merit driven. Period. All right. That's basically what's happened here. You have a Latino organization that wants Dallas Police Chief Renee Hall removed for incompetence. All right, and incompetence, this is my tag. This is my title. It's kind of nicer than what they were saying. All right, Dallas National Latino Law Enforcement Organization wants Police Chief Renee Hall removed. She's in over her head. She's in over her head. That's what they say. All right, let's get into this and break this down. You know what? I forgot to greet everybody. Hovorden hardu gudag all the way to the bang. Fases los bonjour mes amis. Kerubawani konnichiwa. Niha nihama. Sani bonani. Jamba horbaigani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. Let's get those thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. To donate, my PayPal me link will be in the description box, along with the links to this story. All right? And if you want to donate, all you got to do is click on the link, and it's as easy as that. It's really, really quick. But remember, you take care of yourself and family first. Always take care of yourself and family first. All right? So, and let me pause so you can get them thumbs up. I get like 4 or 5 people watching the video right off the back and no thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Y'all know that's how we move these things along. All right. So let's get them thumbs up. Okay. So, this is Renee Hall, police chief. All right, sporting the stars. Let's see what the Latino organization had to say about it. And they're not the only ones. They're not the only ones. But she do have protection because the clowns, the political clowns that's saying that they the leadership for the so-called black community. First of all, they don't lead nothing. They're clowns, and they're only seeing an agenda. They're not concerned about the safety of a city or even the neighborhood. They're not concerned about the families of the Afro-American people. And I'm talking about them same Afro-American so-called leaders that are politically elected. Just because you elect somebody doesn't mean they lead anything. It don't mean they know how to lead anything. It means they know how to run their mouth, gather money together, and con everybody into thinking that they're better than the next guy who's also trying to con everybody into thinking. This is a political office that she was put in, and maybe she is over her head. But I'm not living in a place where a woman is thinking that she's going to protect me. I wouldn't have that in my home, so I'm not having that in my community or city. So what's going on is this. Harsh words come, and this is just bad. All right, in Dallas, harsh words and a public, I said, call Wednesday for the immediate removal of Dallas Police Chief Renee Hall by a number of her officers. Her subordinates decide to get together and say, no, we're all in this, right? The National Latino Law Enforcement Organization's Dallas chapter is calling for their boss, and they call her incompetent, not calling for, but is calling their boss incompetent. That's a quote. And demanding their immediate removal. The group says it represents 1,400 of the department's 2,900 officers. That's almost half. During a news conference Wednesday, the association said Chief Hall is over her head. Now, there's probably more upset officers over this, but as you know, the Caucasian officers can't say anything, well, because they're Caucasian. The so-called black officer can't say anything is because she's backed by, well, the officials of the black community, the elected officials, which are not leaders. We'll get into this, right? But she's got backing from the activists, right? So that's why they can't say anything, right? During a news conference Wednesday, the association said Chief Hall is over her head and she should step down or be fired by the city manager, T.C. Broadnax. The officers who lead the association cited a number of incidents, including the recent spike in violent crime and the chief controversial comments about it. Right? So there is a spike, and what's controversial is a serious spike, but she says there's not a problem. All right. They say Chief Hall showed soon after she was hired in 2017 that she did not have the officer's best interest by demonstrating, by demoting well-liked assistant chiefs, by posing for a photo with a community activist whose downtown march in 2016 led to the deadly July 7 ambush. Now, I'm going to say this. All right, and I had a lot to say about that ambush. And what I had to say about it, it was soldier against police because of the police brutality of Afro men. Okay. While I say that, if you are a police chief, if you are the police chief, the new police chief, remember they sent a robot in to deal with him. Been a Caucasian, they would have tried to take him alive. All right. But if you're the police chief, you cut those ties as the police chief because your job is now different. But you know, the BFM likes to have her cake and eat it too. Right? And that's not the only photo that they have a problem with. They said she disgraced the department by posing gangster style for a local magazine article and ignored policies by taking sides against officers in the Amber Grier shooting of Botham Jean. All right. She's in over her head, said George Aranda of Niello. Nlleo. Okay. She fails to listen to the rank and file. She doesn't want to take any advice from the organization. I mean, we are the pulse of the police department. Hold on. Fail to listen. Now, as a bunch of Afro men that watches our channel, you know, you rarely hear that a black woman fails to listen. No, I'm just kidding. This is all we hear. That she don't listen to nobody. She don't listen to her husband. The black women listen to one person and one person only. And that's where these dudes failed. These dudes failed to go to her church and tell the stuff to her pastor and have her pastor come down and relate to her that God told him in that voice to listen to the police officer. Matter of fact, he could have put it in a sermon with the background organist, and she may have listened. All right, but outside of that, we're talking about a BFM. She don't listen to no man. She don't need no man. That's what y'all hired. Y'all hired a group of women. These are a group of women that have that mentality. And we know this is because it's just on record that they've said this. Google itself has many memes of these type of women that say they are degreed, they got this appointment, they don't need no man. Not realizing that it's men that gave them the appointment. It's men that they're going to be over that's working for them. Oh, and it's men that's the rank and file. And when you're talking about the Latino men, they don't have to put up with the BS because they got an intact community that the Dems have not been able to destroy, that believe in having their children. Oh, they're getting to their daughters. All right. They're trying to put this feminist agenda, but this agenda is backfiring on this woman right now because her mentality says she's not suited for the job if this is true. All right. If she fails to listen to rank and file, and the fact that she went and she started demoting all of the rest of the police chiefs, right? In other words, she went in to get rid of competition because her thing was power, not safety, not running the department. Power and attention. We'll get into the attention. When police chiefs don't play well with the association goes on the attack, says Terrence Hawkins, president of the Black Police Association. I do my business a totally different way. My job is to work with the police, with the chief of police and the inner city to make things better. The civil rights group that backs Chief Hall calls this a calculated attack. All right. Well, she did. They said she posed gangster style, right? I wish y'all could see my hand right now. My hands is just like over my eyes, going down my face, talking about I. You know that when you just don't believe this. All right. Couple of things is wrong with this picture for this magazine. She's posing like the tough thing that she's not realizing this is a political position she has been given. All right. This is strictly for attention. And she clearly did not think about anything before making this kind of pose for a magazine. Well, all the clown makeup on, the arch eyebrows and everything. She's in here in all black, not in her police chief uniform, posing like she gangsta. Yep. Yep. Posing like she gangsta. Think about that for a minute. These guys here have a job to do. They're catching heat, and the only one that's backing her are the simps, and they're backing her only because of her skin color. Had this been a Caucasian woman or anybody else that's not black, I believe they would have had the same problems that the Latino group has. And I think they do, but they have to keep these metrics up because remember, this is a political office. And as I said in the beginning, I think this is why the Latino group feel free enough to be critical, whereas the Caucasian groups and the black men cannot. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I have one more thing to say. This is a question to the B femme, the proverbial black woman, the so-called we had the black man's back. Remember the wall you built up in the community to keep out the good Afro men? Remember the wall you built up to be a foil against the Afro men? Welcome to it. The wall you built for the Afro men, the good men, is a wall you're running into yourself. While we decided to go around the wall, climb over the wall, or just avoid the wall altogether by getting out of Dodge before you had the time to lay the last bricks. Welcome to the wall, all by yourself. B film.